This is the Ewin Champion Series gaming chair, and for the last month or so, I've been working and gaming in this chair for 12 plus hours a day. For full disclosure, Ewin reached out to me several months ago wanting me to try out one of their more premium chairs, which tend to hover between the $400 and $500 price range. Now, while these cheeks love to sit on nothing but the best, if there was one thing I learned from the comment section of my review of the Secretlab Titan chair, it's that a lot of people don't have the luxury of dropping $400 to $500 on a brand new gaming chair, and that's very understandable. So I asked Ewin to send me something more affordable while still being able to support a bigger guy like me. And for reference, I'm 6'3" and about 245 pounds, which is still well under their 400-pound weight limit. So they sent me this beautiful chair right here, which is part of their Champion series, which perfectly matches the color scheme of my YouTube channel. Let's start with installation of the chair. Not too bad at all. It took about 40 minutes. If you were laser focused, you could probably cut 10 to 15 minutes off that, but I just kept getting distracted by little details, noticing how the chair's color scheme extends even all the way down to the wheels, or how the packaging literally came with white gloves to use for setting up your chair, so you get like a white glove experience. Installing the back of the chair to the seat wasn't as intuitive as I've seen with other chairs. The screw holes are inside the leather, which hangs a little loose, just making it difficult to see where exactly your screws are pointing. Outside of that, it's a breeze to set up. This chair features two pillows, one for your head and neck and the other as lumbar support. The lumbar support pillow is adjustable, so you can slide it to the height that you're most comfortable with. Or if you're like me and you don't like a lot of strong lumbar support, you can easily detach the pillow from your chair. The neck pillow isn't really anything to write home about. I wasn't expecting a nice memory foam pillow at this price point, but making it bigger to provide some real support would have been nice. And while it is super easy to detach and reattach the pillow, you're kind of stuck with the height of the pillow. And if you want it higher, you just have to reach back and move it up as you lay back. Speaking of laying back, this chair can go back. And again, I mean way back. I don't know what it is with gaming chairs, but apparently it's a requirement to allow your chair to also serve as a second bed. While it can feel scary going this far back, no matter how many times you do it, I can assure you with my own testing, this chair will be able to support you just fine. Let's go back to the lumbar support real quick. For me, it's just way too much. And again, lumbar is very subjective. Some people like it very firm, others like it very weak. I'm very much on the weak side. You can move it up and down, which is really nice to find that right spot in your back. And lucky for me, you can take it off completely easily. And once I did that and laid back, felt way more comfortable for me. The armrests are a plastic build with what seems like a layer of rubber to add a little bit of softness to them. And there's a ton of options in terms of how you can position them. You can adjust the rotation, how far up and how far back they will go, how close you want them to your body, and of course you can adjust the height. And speaking of height, this chair can go up. You can sit as high as 24.5 inches off the ground according to my measurements. And to put that in perspective, my Secretlab chair sits 22 inches off the ground at its max height, which is perfectly fine. But my point is, if you like a chair that sits really high, this Ewin racing chair will not let you down. And I think it goes without saying, you can also lock the back of this chair so that if you want to be able to sit up and straight without having to accidentally lean back, you can do that as well. And I'll save some people the comment, like when you lock it, like I will right now, when you go to lay back, it locks right there. I mean, there's a little bit of a wiggle. I got that comment a lot on my other chair, so I figure I'll just tell you right now and show you. It's a little bit, but honestly, that's not bad. That's most chairs. Now let's talk about comfort. What I love about this chair is that there's no break-in period needed like some of these other chairs on the market where they're really firm, like you gotta break it in for a little bit. It's a really soft and comfortable seat while still offering a good level of support, right? Some of the chairs, they're so soft that you sit on them and after like a week you start to feel like the metal plate. This is not that kind of chair. The other thing I like about this chair is it has a smaller, slightly smaller bucket compared to something like my Secretlab chair. So you feel a little bit more support on your thighs, you feel a little bit more like secured in, And if you're someone who likes to sit with their legs crossed, or you do like being able to spread your legs out more, maybe that's a negative for you. But I don't know, for me it was kind of refreshing to have something a little bit more secure. In terms of style and quality, I love the look of this chair. I've gotten so many compliments on the look of this chair in past conference calls and streams that I've been on. And while I'm a sucker for orange chairs, Ewin does have a wide variety of not only color schemes for this lineup, but even just like entirely different design patterns. So the odds of you finding something that will really fit the look and feel of your setup is pretty high if you go with Ewin. This model I have uses PU leather, which is a common material on gaming chairs, and while it's not quite as thick as the PU leather on the Secret Lab chair I own, it's also not nearly as thin as what I've seen on some other gaming chairs at this price point. So after giving this chair some pretty hard tugs to see if I could get a tear or a scratch, I'm happy to say the material held up really well. And in terms of breathability, I haven't had any issues, but again, I may not sweat like other people do in their chairs. That's never really been an issue for me. Plus, it's December and I live in a very cold area, so like, you know, hot days are not necessarily an issue for me at this point. Perhaps in 6 months or a year, I'll do a follow-up on this chair and, you know, give it a little bit more of an accurate review in that aspect. The best part of this type of leather, easy to keep clean. And this is critical if you're like me and you've got 2 crazy toddlers running into your office with who knows what on their hands. So here's the best part of this chair. At the time of recording this video, Ewin is selling it for $299, which I think is a great price for the level of quality that you're getting. But I know that's not quite the budget range you're looking for. So after talking with Ewin, they're offering anybody who uses promo code TechAuditTV during checkout 30% off their chair, which means if you do the math, you are able to get this chair for just barely over $200. That's an insanely good deal for this chair, and I'll link to it below for you to check out. And to be clear, while Ewin was kind enough to send me this chair for free, this video was not sponsored by Ewin. They agreed that by sending this chair, I could be brutally honest about it. And in fact, you're watching this video at the same time they are. Hopefully this video was helpful to you. And if you have any questions about this chair and my experience, please don't hesitate to drop them below in the comments and I will do my best to get back to you. And of course, if you are a YouTube creator or you are thinking about becoming a YouTube creator, do yourself a solid, subscribe to the channel, and I will do my best to be pumping out a lot of good tech videos, tip videos, everything to make your life as a creator better. Until next time, my name is Brandon Hassler, and this is Tech Audit TV.